Have a seat. There you go. Welcome. Can I get you anything? Some water, maybe a light potion? No? Okay then, just try to get comfortable. Oh yes, it's important that you be relaxed. We're trying to cut your stress over being here. That's one reason why I'm so soft-spoken, and why the diffuser is blasting lavender at you. It's all about the chill vibes. Anyway, my name is Meanie Moona, and I'm probably the best career counselor in these offices. So you're in really good hands, if I do say so myself. And not just because I have 4 of them, you know? See? 4 hands, look. Okay, not feeling perky today. That's perfectly fine. I imagine you're a bit stressed. I would be too if I didn't really know what to do with my life. But that's totally fine. That's what we're here to help you with. We will get to the bottom of what you do best and then find you a job doing it. That work for you? Get it? Work? Because it's a career counselor? Sorry. I like to make jokes. It reduces the tension most of the time. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Now then, I'm gonna ask you a few questions and take some notes, and we'll get you all sorted out. You sure you don't want a snack or something? This might take a while. Okie dokie, let's dive in then. First off, spell your name for me. Okay. How many apostrophes in that? Right, gotcha. We don't get many people here from... I'm sorry, how do you pronounce your home country? Yes, that. I'm not even gonna try tackling that. I thought speaking Infernal was tough, but whew, you definitely have that beat. Speaking of speaking, what other languages do you speak? All of those, really? That's very good, that will help you. Oh yes, being multilingual is a huge strength. How did you happen to learn so many, if you don't mind me asking? Interesting. We'll dive into that a bit more in a little while. Before that, let's get back to the questions. How old are you? Because some jobs have minimum or maximum age limits, usually for safety reasons. Can't have a 4-year-old centaur trying to pull a massive house wagon, now can we? Or a 500-year-old wizard trying to manage the fires on the southern cliffs. That's just a recipe for workplace injury. We don't want anyone to get sued, now do we? Especially us for placing people in those jobs in the first place. Definitely don't want that. So how old are you? Okay, thank you. That doesn't exclude you from too much. You should be fine there. Now for more details about you. Do you have any visual impairments? That's good. Do you have any visual enhancements? That's fine, you don't need them. They're nice to have, but not everyone can have infrared vision or laser sight, you know? Well, yeah, the people that do have a laser sight are out there raking in a ton of bank at welding and lamp lighting and things like that, but since that's not you, there's no reason to keep talking about it. Let's move on. What about hearing? Any impairments or enhancements? Okay, now, what races do you identify as? I mean, I can't tell just by looking at you if you had a grandfather who was a lizard person or something. You have to disclose that sort of thing. Honestly, some employers really care about diversity hiring. You'd think it wouldn't matter in this day and age, but it does, and it's not always bad. Best to disclose whatever background you have, just in case. Understood, we can work with that. How about gender? What's yours? Again, I don't make assumptions. I can't see into your brain or your heart. If I could, I would definitely not be doing this job. So just answer the question. Okay, thank you. Just so you know, this process goes a lot quicker if you just tell me what I want to know instead of questioning at every turn. You want this to go quicker, right? You want to be done here fast, right? Right. And I don't want to be tempted to use these extra hands to strangle you, so let's just go forward in amicable fashion. You cooperating, me asking questions. Now, take a look at this list for me. Do you have any of these conditions that would qualify as a disability? None at all? Nope, that's fine. I'll make a note. Next question. Are you a veteran? Did you fight in the Dragon Wars? Did you serve in the Northern Forces even in peacetime? Were you pressed into service on a Navy ship at any point? All that counts. Okay, good to know. Let's talk about your education. Did you go to school? Okay, which school did you attend? Oh, very nice. Go Fighting Fairies. I had some friends who went there. Did you graduate? Excellent. What was your major? Was that research transmogrification or clinical transmogrification? Okay then. And from there, any further education? Any internships or apprenticeships? Okay then. I know the job market has been really tight for a few fields lately, including that one. There's not as much call for it now that the sorcerers have those new potions coming out, which I know they're illegal, but you know how these things spread. Street sips are all the rage, even if they can be very dangerous and unregulated. The police around here, at least, are really struggling with the war on drams. Personally, I think it's a losing battle, but that's neither here nor there. As long as my kids don't get into it, last thing I need, you know? Oh yeah, sorry to ramble. You probably know all this, I'm wasting your time. And time is one of those things we can't get back. Unless you have time manipulation. Do you have time manipulation? Didn't think so. You probably wouldn't be here if you did. Okay, outside of your education, do you have any other training, powers, upgrades, enhancements, or special skills? Anything at all? Did you build huts for underprivileged goblins in the flatlands for a summer? That's construction experience. Do you have a third lung to increase your breathing capacity? That's useful for all sorts of things. Anything like that would count. Go ahead. Oh yeah? That's interesting. Anything else? Really? How do you manage to wear shoes? Huh, if you say so. Sounds really uncomfortable to me. What else? Wait, what? It's prehensile? That's... Good Lord, I don't even know what to say about that, so I'm just going to write it down and move on. Let's just... You sure you don't want some water or coffee? Okay, just making sure. How about sun resistance, cold resistance, poison resistance, lightning, fire, wind? Gotcha, all good things. Last few questions for you. Are you nocturnal or diurnal most of the time, or does it matter? Understood, that helps. Are you flexible, like more so than the average person? Got it. Are you left or right-handed? Good, good. I'm both, as you can see. How fast can you type? We can give you a typing test, that's totally okay. Not everyone has that answer ready to go. Can you take dictation? All right, are you forklift certified? Huh, that might be worth working towards. Can you ride a horse? How about a griffin? How about a large chicken? Can you swim? Do you know Microsoft Office? Would you be up for taking some skill assessments to see where you stand on various spells and softwares? Some of them might take a while, but trust me, they're good to have. The better we can show your skills, the more likely you are to get a job. And not just any job, but one that actually fits you. Exactly. All right, now on to this part. Do you have any phobias? Anything at all? What are you afraid of enough that it could impact your work? Good. Do you have any allergies? Perfect. Can you lift at least 50 pounds? I figured, but I have to ask. Do you require any accommodations in the workplace? Any at all? That's good. Not that it's bad to need them, but it's easier for me if you don't. And we want this to be easy on me, don't we? Of course we do. All right, have you ever been dead and resurrected? Gotcha. Have you ever been enthralled or otherwise under the control of a magic wielder? Good. Have you ever been convicted of a crime? Best to be honest, we'll be pulling your records anyway. Background checks are pretty standard. Okay, thank you. Have you ever been deported from a country? Do you smoke? Not just that, but also like from the ears or something. Do you produce smoke? Good. Most people don't mind, but you get a few who act like you're microwaving fish in the office if you smoke, you know? It's so annoying. Oh, not me. I vape. I think it makes me look cooler. And it smells like donuts. Who doesn't love that? No, I really should quit. It's bad for me. I can find better ways to look cool. I've been considering some tattoos, maybe on each arm. Sorry, you're right. I must be really distractible today. Back to the list. Do you have any curses, spells, prophecies, or other potential impediments currently on you? Just in case, we'll probably have a wizard run a cleansing pass over you. Sometimes you don't know what you're cursed with until after the fact, you know? Oh yeah, you can shock a lot of people when they get their results back, and also answer a lot of questions, some of the time. Now then, what's the minimum annual salary that you'd be seeking? You can be honest, it's totally okay. Really? Really? Okay, I'll see what I can do. But I don't even make that myself, and I have extra limbs. You might have to refine your expectations just a bit. Hey, we all gotta start somewhere. Now, is there anything else you have in the way of special talents, extra skills, that sort of thing that I can put on here? Do you play an instrument or run really fast or anything? Okay, gotcha. Last thing, give me your home address and then tell me how far away from that address you're willing to go for work. 10 kilometers, 15 furlongs, half a day's travel, whatever measure you prefer. Thank you, I think that's it. Now for the next steps. I'll pull some files, see if I can match you to any open jobs. Based on this, I think we'll be able to find you something good. While I do that, you can go take some of those skills tests we talked about. See if we can sweeten your file even more. How does that sound? Or do you have somewhere to be? Okay, good. I didn't think so. Come over here with me. I'll point you in the right direction. Okay, you see that last door on the left? That's the testing department. Look for Hazel. She'll be the undead clerk at the front desk. Try not to stare. She's been rotting a little more around the face lately. Anyway, give her this slip and tell her you're there for testing, and she'll get you all set up. After that, come back here and we'll see what jobs we can find you. I think we will. You are more than suited for a bunch of retail positions, some construction stuff, possibly even a role in the government. How would that sound? First things first, go get tested. I'll see you when you get back. My pleasure. Good luck, sweetness. We'll get you gainfully employed in no time. Shout out to Alec Tambunga. You're this audio's randomly selected sweetness patron. Do you want to be next? Support me on Patreon for this and other great perks. The link is in the description, along with all of my other channels and all the ways you can support me. You're the reason I can keep this channel going, so thank you, and thanks for listening.